GareonachosX with another episode of Plastic League, episode number 3. We have 2 on 2, so we have two random, and we have Terran and Protoss, and this is a Silver League ladder match. So let's see what's going to happen here. We have GareonachosX, which is me, and my clansman ADINHO. We represent KWL, Koa Warsaw League. You can check out our profiles on Battle.net. So yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. You can also do it for the other guys. So let's get with this episode. Okay, we have our tiofme&GranZar. We have them here on the bottom side, and on the top side we have ADINHO and GX. So let's see what's going to happen. We have looks like tiofme sent his probe over here, and where exactly is it going? It's going to the base. So you could assume that it was this is an attempt on making a cannon rush, but he doesn't have a forge going because it's way too early for that. But this guy, is this guy scouted? Was he scouted? Well, it's difficult to say. Anyway, he's here, and he's going out there, so you'd assume that he's going to cannon rush, but he was scouted by GX, so it's a good idea to scout against these guys just in case something happens. This is a terrible amount of of SCVs to send after one probe, but at least it works. So so it's obvious that this guy is not going for any cannon rushes. It's difficult to say if he wanted to do that, because he couldn't even start it, but now he knows that he cannot cannon rush anyone. So GX is going for barracks, which is standard for this time, and ADINHO is not going for anything, although he has some resources. I guess he's just busy with these guys. Now, what? Okay, this is a proxy pylon, I assume, but just tell me one thing: what's the purpose of that? Because it doesn't block. It doesn't actually do anything because it's not hidden well. It doesn't block the expansion here. It's straight. It's in the plain sight, because when we go to this expansion over here, we naturally go there anyway. So this is completely stupid, irrelevant. So this was terrible, actually. This was a terrible idea. We have an overlord going for GranZar, and he's making a spine crawler. So again, nothing special at this stage. But why is he building him over here? I guess no, I don't really get why he's building. I guess this could work anti-drop if if anything land over here, and this could protect guys who attack the workers. So not terrible. He has a lot of money spent on on spine crawls at this point, and he didn't expand at 4-minute mark. Okay, and what is he doing? He actually spends his time here taking the Zelnaga tower with the pylon. And what about the other guys? The wall is practically ready. It's done. GX has 2 marines now at this point. Went for a forge, and he has 2 gateways. Very late gateways, I'd say. What about the army? So we have 2 marines from GX. We have nothing else really. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. We have no units at this point. If you count queens, well, technically these are fighting units, but let's not get ahead on those. So that was pretty stupid, I think. I really think that it was a terrible idea to put a pylon there. So just what I'm saying. We have scouting going on with GX, and okay, we have another pylon here in this expansion. There's a double expansion, So although I assume this is supposed to be like a proxy, another proxy pylon, so just so you can I mean, it's not a proxy because it's not it's not close enough. I guess it's supposed to be just for summoning units. What do we have here? We have double barracks, which gives us triple barracks. So a lot of so it's an infantry focus definitely. We have a factory, an engineering bay for tech, and we have steady production of units. No expansion though. No, why would you expand? None of these players actually managed to expand at this point, which kind of. But okay, neither did they, and yeah, so okay, this is a it's almost 7-minute mark, and the Zerg player did not expand. Just a tip from me: expand, especially when we're playing with Zerg, because it's kind of fun when it's actually the Protoss player who expands first. Let's see about the APM, by the way. So GX has 74 APM, ADINHO has 39. tiofme has about that number also, and GranZar is definitely the slowest guy. Wait, what? He actually built a hatchery inside the base instead of expanding, so he ruins his possibility of gathering additional mineral. Okay, what's he doing with this probe over here? This is ridiculous. Okay, let's see what's the production. He's going for centrifugal hooks, which increases the movement speed of bailings, and he obviously has a bailing, so he's going for bailings now. He will be going for bailings if he had any. tiofme doesn't do anything for now. Okay, he has some nerves, he has a lot of gates, so a lot of units will come. He doesn't do any tech, but that's okay. Did they scout? Do they scout? They scouted pretty much the same things they saw at the first, so they know the basics, but nothing more than that. And the second team didn't scout anything except these stalkers over here. So he actually has an army, not a huge one. He has at this point not him. tiofme has 8 stalkers. Do they blink? Did he go for blink? No, he's making stalkers. He's making a lot of stalkers here at this at his pylon. So it's just okay. okay. Now another tip. If you okay, I will judge that. Even if you have summoning here, a warping point, so to speak, it's not the best idea to expand so far from your base, because you cannot defend it. You usually want to. Okay, he expanded up 9-minute mark, which is which is completely ridiculous considering the fact that he's a third player. The GX didn't expand at all at this time, but which is pretty bad too. But it's not the point. So this is a very civil expansion to the other side of the map, which is with good scouting from these guys, is pretty much undefendable, because Protoss players have a problem, Protoss units have a problem getting there. The exception being, let's say, Phoenix, which isn't useful, not against units like Marauders and Marines and siege tanks. Okay, I mean especially Marines. These guys cannot attack them obviously, but Marines will tear them apart, unless there is a huge amount of these guys. Okay, so what do we have here? We have another pylon hidden here, another probe hidden here. Sorry. What's interesting? I didn't actually wait for a lot of upgrades. GranZar has made some mutants, and as you can see, there is no war going over here. GX decided to go for the rocks to unlock the high yield expansion. We have a Phoenix go, like I said, so it's ironic. It's kind of ironic that he actually made a Phoenix. We have mutants going over here, so this is how this attack is supposed to work, I guess. So he has his stalkers, and he has some mutants. And at this point, these guys have got he has some void rays and a little bit of stalkers, so not that big of an army. GX has a bigger army at this point. Okay, so yes, one of these guys actually spotted these mutants, and they're going to go, instead of attacking you know, units or surrendering, going somewhere else. Just he decided to just, yeah, let's try to kill off this pylon, not having too many units. So this was really bad. GX put his, yeah, he didn't open his gate over here. Let's call it a gate. This is a wall. So he didn't open his wall. He has a lot of stalkers over here. How many stalkers does he have? He has 21 stalkers, while other guys have. GX has 90 marines, 8 marauders, which is not enough. He has 3 siege tanks, which would you know, help. Helions would be pretty useless at this point, and ADINHO has 6 stalkers and 2 voiders, which wouldn't help at all. So this is a good unit composition. If they attacked at the same time, this might have been nice. Fortunately, and thankfully, he's tiofme decided to research Blink, which is, you know, a good idea. He did that a couple of minutes ago, or should I say even earlier. Now we have a scout going on from for GX. Did he manage to scout something? He saw the Baleen nest and the Spire, so nothing special. And look at these Zerglings. He has Zerglings going. Let's see how the unit lost staff. And let's see what's going on. He lost, yeah, he lost a couple of Zerglings over here, but at least he saw this army over here. He has a good amount of minerals that he can spend wisely. He should expand, you know. 15 milimar you can expand, especially when you're playing as Zerg. Okay, so this is a lazy way of scouting. So just scan the area, and what can you see? You see 3 bases over here, which, you know, is pretty obvious. Not much damage done by these banelings over here. We have reinforcements coming, but here's the killer part. So okay, let's analyze what's going on here. You have an army, and you have as you can see, ADINHO is going out there. He doesn't. Oh, so tiofme decided to move at the same time. Did he see what happened? He couldn't have seen what happened because they didn't have any scouting. So GX is killing this base, and tiofme knows that ADINHO has an army, but he doesn't know anything. And surprisingly, they just go there at the same time. So tiofme has Blink, so he can use it. Actually, these guys again spotted them by scouting, which was very fortunate. And tiofme just blinked into the base at the same time when he just went there, and that didn't help because ADINHO just summoned some units over here, and this whole attack went to shit pretty much. So again, we have these guys. We have GX attacking this base, and tiofme was waiting for nothing. He might have, you know, supported GX. He might have been, you know, faster over here. ADINHO is actually slow when it comes to APM, so no, nothing special. But he had a nice army with some upgrades. And let's see what's going on. So yeah, tiofme just decided to GG, and this game it's not over because apparently GranZar decided. Oh yes, he decided to be a team player, and he decided to lose the game too. So that was the match. There was a sweet little match. This tactic over here proved very interesting because this base wasn't scouted. This base wasn't scouted at all. Actually, it should have been scouted. I mean, GX knew that there was an army here, but he didn't know about they didn't know about this expansion. The Zerg didn't expand at all. The GX didn't expand at all either, but at least he managed to, you know, build an army, build a nice army, have some macro over here, so you know he could actually pull off some troops. tiofme had some macro, which was very strange, but ultimately he couldn't do it without help from his ally. So you know, sometimes you have to work, but This kind of expansion kind of reminds me of the campaign when you just build some hatcheries inside the base because there are not enough minerals. But remember, this is not campaign, this is multiplayer. If you're desperate, if you're really desperate at some point in the game, you might build these inside, you know, an existing base. You might do it, but don't ever do it when you're just, you know, you can expand regularly, and you know, especially when this game actually proved to be a macro game, because you know the first action took, you know, more than 10 minutes. This match actually got resolved in like one attack in like 4 minutes. And after these 4 minutes, the first attack, you know, it was obvious that this base wasn't defended. You should always defend your base too. We should not forget that. This attack was very puny, very uninspired, very bad. Thankfully, ADINHO made some cannons to hold these attacks off, and GX also made some missile turrets just to, you know, keep this stuff away from here. It wasn't perfect, but you know, it worked. At least it worked. This expansion should have happened much earlier, but you know, sometimes it just happens that you don't expand because you're worried about stuff, or you're involved in something. But it's better to expand this terrain, you know, and don't wait until 10 minutes or something. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be it from me. So thanks very much for watching the video. So please, if you play Starcraft, add me on Battle.net. You got some information in the description, and support my channel. I do a lot of Starcraft too, besides that, of course. So that's it from me. Thanks very much, and see you in the next video. Bye.